Welcome traders to the Range Bar X-Ray Education course, where you will learn about the framework provided and all the indicators also in the framework, which will definitely help anyone trading the futures market independent of their experience. The framework has been designed for day trading. In other words, you will be trading price differences in a very short period of time. The advantage of our workspace is that it will show you what is currently happening in the futures market. This will increase your odds so that your probability of being successful increases. However, please remember that there is no guarantee that every trade you take will be successful, because the outcome of any trade in the market is random. Trading is a career just like any other, and you have to study, and if you work at it, you will become successful. It's not going to be easy, but it's not going to be impossible either. Nothing that is worthwhile in life is easy to obtain, but if you become a successful trader, you will change your lifestyle. If you consider that nearly half of the world's population currently lives in poverty, poverty has been defined by the UN as an income which is less than $2.15 a day. Of those living in poverty, over 800 million people live in extreme poverty, surviving on less than $1.25 a day. Based on those statistics, if you start to make $100 per day in the futures market, in other words, an average of $500 a week, you will definitely be much happier than if you are lacking money. The educational videos will guide you through the process of learning the indicators in the framework. There is a lot of information in the educational videos, therefore take notes and watch every video at least twice. In these videos you will learn the theory so that you can follow up with a demo account to practice. Good luck to all of you, and let's begin. In part 1, we'll be introducing the futures market. We'll talk about the methodology of the futures market, the products for the framework provided, and the best trading times. So let's start. But before we start, there is a disclaimer. The information contained in this website is solely for educational purposes and does not constitute investment advice. The risk of trading in securities market can be substantial. Therefore, you must review and agree to our disclaimer before using this site. You can stop the video right here and continue reading through the disclaimer. We will now proceed. Okay, the methodology of the futures market. The futures market is a very volatile market because there are many factors influencing the market, such as algorithmic trading, which means trading by computers, pension funds, which have a lot of money and all of a sudden invest in a particular stock, banks, which trade every day, big boys, which are not pension funds, nor banks, nor institutions. They are just persons who have a lot of money and invest in the market and can move the market because of their investments. Also, the calendar economic events are very important, must be reviewed every day because they are news which really move the market and make it very volatile, and it's very dangerous to be in the market when these calendar economic events are programmed. And obviously the news events which we cannot predict because they happen all of a sudden, they will also move the market. So taking that into consideration, the range bar X-ray system takes advantage of the futures market volatility in order for day traders and scalpers to capture small to medium-sized movements in the futures market. The pre-built framework provided will show where the market has been and what is happening in the market in real time, and this will be your advantage over other people trading. The framework is meant to be used as a decision support system based on several proprietary techniques that, together with your own trading system, can help you determine if you should buy, sell, or stay out of the market. Products for the framework provided. This framework has been specifically designed for the futures market. It can be obtained in this website for use with the TradingView platform. One chart with all the indicators will be provided for each instrument. Throughout these lessons, all the indicators in the framework will be explained. Initially, the stock indices will be available first, with energies and metals to follow in the near future. Interest rates, agricultural, and the German DAX are also to follow in the future. Here's a pyramid where the first, on the top of the pyramid are the indices, the E-mini S&P 500, E-mini Nasdaq 100, E-mini Russell 2000, and the E-mini Dow. These will be the four frameworks that will be provided at the beginning. The energies like oil and natural gas will follow, then metals, gold and silver, interest rates, US Treasury bond and T-note. In the agricultural, the wheat and soybean will also be coming very soon. If you register, you will be notified of the new instruments available in the TradingView platform. Trading around the world is broken into 4 sessions. The Sydney session being the first session. The Tokyo session follows, then the London session, and finally the New York session. The deep green is where the most volume, and therefore the most volatility is shown on the graphs. This is when the London session or the New York session joins the London session. Then you have the most volume and therefore the most volatility. There are 4 main trading sessions: Sydney session, the Tokyo session, London session, and the New York session. The period with the most volume and therefore the most volatility every day is when the New York session joins the European session at 8 o'clock in the morning, New York time, till about 11:30 New York time, when the London session ends. Are you buying and selling at the wrong moment? This happens to everybody, okay? In order to be successful in the futures market, you need to be patient. Follow the direction of the market or stay out of the market if there is no direction in order to have a higher probability of success. And at the same time, you have to manage your risk according to your risk tolerance. If you're buying and selling at the wrong moment, then you need to see our framework explained in the next parts. So I will see you in part 2.